My name is Sarah. I'm all the way on the very back of the train, and I'm going to be your conductor for this trip. I am a real person, not a recording, so if you wave, I will wave back. Before we leave the Nairobi train station, I have just a few safety announcements for you guys. First, there is no eating, drinking, or smoking at any time on this train. That includes all forms of artificial cigarettes. That's for the safety of our animals and the courtesy of those around you. If you have any small children, make sure they're seated toward the center of the row with adults on the outer edges for their safety. Please keep all arms, legs, heads, and other body parts inside the train at all times. And from this point forward, please remain seated. Alright guys, do me a favor as we depart the station, put up one of your hands and use it to wave goodbye to your hardworking station master, Candace. Say goodbye, Candace. Come on, guys. There's like 300 people on this train. Say goodbye, Candace.
Goodbye, Candace.
Good job. She's been working very hard to make sure passengers like you can get safely on and off the train. And to your left, you can see the green and yellow tracks of Cheetah Hunt. Guys, that is the longest roller coaster in the entire state of Florida. It's got a track length of 4,400 feet. You can also see the Sky Ride, which takes you across the park, giving you a unique above the park view. Also to your left, you can see a bunch of trees. But behind those trees is the edge of Africa. It's a self-guided walking tour where you can see lions, hyenas, meerkats, a 15-foot-long Nile crocodile, and a humongous hippopotamus swimming around in a 225,000-gallon conservation tank. Also at the edge of Africa, you can meet our animal keepers, as you can in various other areas throughout the park. Be sure to check the back of your park maps for scheduled times and places. The large white building to your right is our beautiful Crown Colony House restaurant, where you can dine indoors or out. The Crown Colony House is open for lunch and early dinner, and is one of only 2 restaurants in our park with a full bar. The other one is the Dragon Fire Grill over in Ethiopia. We are now going through the construction zone for our upcoming attraction, Cobra's Curse. But for your safety, guys, please remain seated. If you really want to see what's going on, there are going to be 2 large gaps coming up on either side. As you can see, they've already started laying the track for Cobra's Curse, and it'll be sort of purple and teal. Coming in 2016, Cobra's Curse will be a family-style spin coaster featuring a vertical lift that'll take you on a trek across the Serengeti Plains and bring you face-to-face with an 80-foot snake icon. If you want to know more, visit cobrascurse.com. But I know you guys don't want to wait till next year to ride the roller coaster. So, to your right, you can see the blue and yellow tracks of Mantu. Mantu is our steel inverted coaster, which means that when you ride it, the track is above you and your legs dangle down. Reaching speeds of 65 miles per hour and featuring a 150-foot drop, Mantu takes you upside down 7 times. If you don't believe me, you can ride it and count them. If you're a roller coaster fan, be sure to visit the Egypt area before the day is out so that you can find out why Mantu is consistently ranked one of the top 10 steel inverted roller coasters in all of North America. And we're now getting ready for my favorite part of this trip, the Serengeti Belt, where the animals roam free. But sometimes roaming free means that they roam right onto the tracks, and the train has come to a sudden stop to avoid hurting them. But we also want to make sure that you guys don't get hurt, so for your safety, please remain seated. I'm talking to you, one person that was standing up. Please stay seated.
These animals go right across the track. You can't really get into the park, but you have to walk along the railroad. That's like that guy was there. I don't think anybody really keeps an eye on the animals. Look at the deer.
Once again, guys, for your safety, you must remain seated. No standing up or switching seats. To your left, between these hills, you can probably see some of our reticulated giraffes. But to your right, you can see some of our impala. That's those small tan animals. The rest of them are right in front of the train, which is why we are so slowed down. Once again, guys, you must be sitting down. To your left, you can see a zebra. That's a Grevy zebra. You can tell it's a Grevy because its belly is completely white. We have two kinds of zebras here, the Grevies and the Gramps, and we keep them on opposite sides of the belt because zebras are very territorial. You can also see the rest of our impalas. In case you haven't guessed yet, they inspired the Chevrolet Impala. They can run at speeds of up to 55 miles per hour, and they usually travel in herds of about 40 to 50 females. And you can see one of our reticulated giraffes. They're the tallest animals, with the males reaching heights of up to 18 feet. Females can get up to 16 feet tall. They can weigh up to 1 ton. And hey, while I'm throwing numbers at you, they can stretch their tongues outside of their mouth up to 20 inches. That's almost 2 whole feet. Shaggy gray animals to your left are white-bearded gnu, better known as wildebeests. These animals are known for traveling in large herds. In fact, in the wild they travel in herds of up to 1 million strong, and these herds are so large that they can be seen from the International Space Station. Up toward the front of the train, you'll notice some lovely chocolate brown animals with long horns. Those are sable antelope. They travel in herds of about 15 with only 1 adult male. However, he is not in charge. As a testament to girl power, there is a dominant female who leads.
There's a baby rhino out there. Did you see it? Yeah. Little baby rhino. No, we're gonna baby rhino.
Coming up on your right, you'll see 2 of our female ostriches. They are the largest birds, reaching heights of up to 8 feet and weights of up to 350 pounds. 1 ostrich egg is equivalent to about 24 chicken eggs. And I don't know this from experience, but apparently they take over 2 hours to hard boil. Alright, now to the part you guys are waiting for. You may have noticed that to your left, there are a bunch of white rhinos. Does anyone know what a group of rhinos is called? It's called a crash. And our crash here at Busch Gardens has just gotten a bit larger because, as you may also have noticed, there's a baby rhino out there. It was born about 2 weeks ago, and it's a girl. She doesn't have a name yet, but her mother's name is Kasiri. I I believe they're holding a competition on the Busch Gardens website to name the baby rhino, but I'm not sure about that. So guys, head over to the Busch Gardens website and you can find out for sure. You'll also see a truck full of people. That's from our Serengeti Safari Truck Tour. You can buy tickets at the Serengeti Outpost near the Nairobi train station.
Why would we bother? We have the same thing.
But back to the baby rhino. Baby rhinos grow at least 8 pounds a day. A full-grown white rhino weighs between 4,000 and 6,000 pounds, making them the second largest land mammals on the planet. And you guys are so focused on the rhinos that you didn't notice to your right there's a herd of greater kudu antelope. They can stand as still as statues for up to 2 whole hours in order to camouflage themselves. That's probably another thing you're going to see on there.
They're waiting for the egg.
Once again, guys, it is very important for your safety that you remain seated at all times while this train is in motion. And over to your left, towering over everything in sight, you can see Falcon's Fury. For all you tourists on board, I hear this ride gives you a lovely view of the entire city. You know, right before it drops you straight down 335 feet. If you're interested in that, it's over in the Pantopia area of the park. To your right is a checkpoint for the Sky Ride. It's not a place where you can board, but instead we're in quickest direction. We do have 2 entrances. One is between Stanleyville and Tongala. The other is in the Egypt area next to the entrance to Cheetah Hunt. And we're now approaching the railroad crossing where you can usually see a few of our hard-working Busch Gardens employees in their natural habitat. Fun fact about these creatures, if you wave at them, they usually wave back.
They're not using this train station now.
To your left is the Congo train station, which is unfortunately not used, so we will not be stopping here. The train stops in Stanleyville and Nairobi only, so if you need to get to the Congo or Tongala areas of the park, the best thing to do is walk from the Stanleyville station, which is our next stop. And to your right, you can see the greenish and orange tracks of Kumba, the loudest roller coaster in our park. Kumba is a Swahili word meaning roar, and roar she does. This coaster was built to make as much noise as possible. It reaches heights of 143 feet and speeds of 60 miles per hour. And just like Manchu, it takes you upside down 7 times. If you're a coaster fan, be sure to stop by Congo to conquer Kumba before the day is done. Now guys, coming up on your right, there will be a break in the tree. Through that break, you can almost always see the Congo River Rapids. It's a quarter-mile replica of the Congo River in Africa. You too can jump onto a free floating raft with 11 of your closest friends, or 11 perfect strangers, and shoot the rapids. It's a beautiful ride ending in a cavern with waterfalls and geysers. But be warned, it is a water ride, so you might get a little bit wet, but it's more likely that you'll get completely soaked. To your left is Jungala, home of tigers, orangutan, and flying foxes. If you look up to the top of the black netting on your left, you may even see some flying foxes. They look just like bats. Well, that's because they're fruit bats. Called flying foxes because their cute little faces look so much like a fox. And fair warning, guys, we're about to go through another tunnel. Smokehouse. Best place to be if you're in the mood for barbecue. The smokehouse is located in Stanleyville, which just so happens to be our next stop. Stanleyville is the closest train station to Sesame Street, Safari of Fun, the Bird Garden, and Walkabout Way, where you can see kangaroos. It's where you want to get off if you're going to Congo or Jungala, as well as being the home of our dad sister Sheikah, the Stanleyville Theater, and Tidal Wave. As we approach the station, I want to remind you guys to please stay seated until we come to a full and complete stop. I'll be sure to let you guys know when it's safe to get out. If you are going to be leaving us here in Stanleyville, be sure to gather all loose articles, things like cell phones, wallets, and purses, so you don't leave them behind. If you're going to be staying on board, our next stop is right back at Nairobi.
Would you want to get off or stay on?
Okay, it is now safe to exit to the platform side only. Station exits are located near the front and rear of the train. Thanks for riding with us today, guys, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day here at Busch Gardens.